You've called the debt and our deficit a moral crisis. And yet, in addition to extending the Bush tax cuts, you want to cut tax rates an additional 20%. You've rejected a 10-to-1 spending ratio when it comes to spending to increasing taxes. And yet, you want to balance the budget. The math simply doesn't add up, does it?
Well, actually it does, and the good news is that 5 different economic studies, including one at Harvard and Princeton and AEI and a couple at the Wall Street Journal, all show that if we bring down our top...
So Governor Romney is saying that his tax plan could cut the income tax rate by 20% across the board and be revenue neutral without raising taxes for low to middle income taxpayers. Well, Jane Q. Public, you're the next contestant on FactCheck.org's nonpartisan study dating game. You just heard that 5 economic studies all back up Governor Romney's tax plan, and you've got to find just one you can trust. So which is it gonna be? Contestant number 1, Matt Jensen, is a tax policy researcher. How about him and his study? Oh, sorry, he didn't conduct a study. He wrote a blog post, and for the pro-business American Enterprise Institute. Your nonpartisan love will have to look elsewhere. Contestant number 2, Harvard economist Martin Feldstein, wrote an op-ed saying the Romney tax cuts could be revenue neutral without eliminating deductions enjoyed by the middle class. Sounds like a plan you can spend the rest of your fiscal years with? Oh, but wait! Professor Feldstein's a Romney advisor and bears a striking resemblance to contestant 3, who wrote a blog post and is also Professor Feldstein. Hey, Governor Romney, we already counted Professor Feldstein. And FactCheck.org notes that the distinguished professor says Romney's rate cuts could be revenue neutral if he were to tax employer-provided health benefits of those making over $100,000, which includes a lot of people Governor Romney has promised will not see a tax increase under his plan. Contestant number 4, can your white paper open our hearts? Oops! Members of Romney's economic policy team? Contestant 5, Professor Harvey Rosen of Princeton? You're not part of the Romney team, you're a former advisor to George W. Bush, and your study disputes the same sort of computer modeling used by the U.S. Treasury and 2 nonpartisan congressional offices, the Joint Committee on Taxation and the Congressional Budget Office? So, 3 studies, not 5, and you might want to read the details before booking that old honeymoon trip.